All right, what's up, guys? William James here. Want to do a quick video for you today about how to transition a conversation from chatting to talking about your business. I did a post in my Facebook group about this today, and I just thought it would be a good topic for a video, actually, so I can go into a little bit more detail about this, because it's really important. So if you're new to the channel, again, my name is William James. I do videos for affiliate marketers, network marketers, coaches, consultants, people who are wanting to start and grow home-based businesses online using Facebook. I specialize in free Facebook strategies. I have a whole Facebook group where I teach all the ins and outs of how to do free traffic and free marketing on Facebook. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're not in the group, there'll be a link below the video where you can join the group. So again, today I want to talk about how to transition a conversation from chatting, just kind of chit chat, to talking about your business. This is one of the questions that I get the most often is people who are, it's network marketers, but affiliate marketers too, and coaches and consultants and people like that as well actually have this problem. But the biggest, one of the biggest questions that I get is, how do I, I've got a person talking, how do I get a person from saying hello, how are you, what's going on, chit chat on Facebook or anywhere, and how do I actually get to the point where I'm talking about business? How do I transition from, talking about the weather to seeing if they want to look at your business? So this really comes down to, people will spin their wheels. I mean, I just want to say, to get out of the way, for years, guys, I struggled for 8 years. And this was one of my biggest problems. So I was told, okay, just go out and contact people, and you have to form relationships, right? Because at first people just assume that you just go out and you say, hey Bob, I'm in this really amazing company, and we're gonna, you can make $1 million and blah blah blah, and just launch into the pitch right away in Messenger. And then eventually maybe you get some attraction marketing training or something, and you realize that doesn't really work. And so everyone's telling you, you got to connect with people, you got to build relationships, and stop pitching. So then you go out and, I remember I would just go out and just try to talk to people, right? But I had no idea how to get, how to go from pointless chit chat to actually, getting down to business. And I would waste hundreds of hours. Well, it probably wasn't that much, I don't know, but it would have been if I'd actually done it. But the thing was, what happened is I would go out and I would contact 10 people or something, and I'd start these conversations with them, and it just wouldn't go anywhere. And so eventually I would just stop. It just wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the time. Wasn't seeing any results. So, it was just this kind of pointless conversation of oh, so you're in Boston, huh? Well, how's the weather there? Oh, it's good. Well, so do you have any kids? It would just pointless, and it wouldn't go anywhere, right? And I just thought, oh, you have to build relationships, and then eventually, after you've been talking for a month or something, then maybe they'll take an interest in my business just magically. And it doesn't work that way. And you can spend, hours doing that and get nowhere. So what I figured is, let's figure out how do you get to the point quickly, 2 or 3 messages to get the person moving in the right direction towards business, right? Because you don't want to spend half an hour talking with them before you get down to it. At least I don't have time for that, right? I want to just be able to ask them a couple of questions and get to the point, right? So the main issue here, then, it comes down to do you actually know what you're looking for? You see, any good offer is solving a problem, right? There's people out there that have some type of a problem, and your offer has to be a solution to it. It doesn't matter what the offer is. It doesn't matter if it's skincare, or it's, coaching, or it's, how to, if it's courses, or if it's software, it doesn't matter. Weight loss, yoga, it could be any niche, it doesn't matter. There's some problem that the people are having, and you have to present some type of solution for them, or otherwise, why would they ever be interested, right? And this is like the biggest block for people is they don't know what the problem is that their offer solves. Like this woman yesterday was contacting me and she was in some type of a health related company, network marketing company. And she was asking me like I don't know how to find the right people for this, right? And I said, "Well, what's the problem that it solves?" And she didn't really know. And she sent me a whole presentation about it, and I was able to sort of figure out that there was a particular problem that it seemed to be targeting at many problems. It was like something that could help with all these different health issues and stuff like that. And so I looked at it and said, okay, well, it says that it helps with arthritis, right? So I was like, okay, look, you got to find people who have arthritis, right? Like get really specific. Somebody, like your target should be somebody who has arthritis, who's in like terrible pain, and you can offer them something that will make them feel better, right? Now you have a problem and a solution. Instead of like, well, I've got this health and wellness company and we have all these different products that do different things, and do you want to look at it? It's like, no. You go after somebody and you try to find out, is this person really suffering from arthritis? You see? So what I'm trying to get at here is the main thing that you have to be doing to transition from conversation to business is you have to find out if the person that you're talking to has the problem that you're trying to solve. Okay? And you do that by just asking them. Right? It's like, okay, so what you would do in that case, if you were marketing this arthritis product, is you would go to like arthritis support groups. And there's probably like millions of people in there. And you can go and they're talking about like different things you can do for arthritis. You just message them. Be like, hey, so you've got arthritis, huh? Does it like, how long have you had it? Oh, it's really bad. Okay, well, I've been using this and it's really helped. Would you want me to send you some information? Yes, of course I would. I'm in pain, right? It's like that's how you do it. So how does this apply to everything else? Well, it's like, so when this group that I have, this Facebook group, it used to be a course, right? It used to be a paid course. I charged $97 for it. And there was a very simple process that I used to market it, which was that I would message people who were struggling marketers. I would ask them about what they did, just like, hey, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you're up to. They would reply, and I would say, well, that's cool. Well, I don't know if you'd be interested, but I've been, showing people how to get really high engagement on Facebook, how to close sales, how to get leads on Facebook for any type of business with no paid ads. Is that something that would be interesting to you to check out my training on that? Right? That's it. 2 messages, right? And if they said yes, I would send it to them. Right? You see, because I knew what the problem was that I was solving. With that, it was super easy because I didn't even really need them to tell me that they had a particular problem. I just knew that like anybody who's an affiliate marketer or a network marketer or something, 99% of them could use that, right? So I could just go out and tell them what it was and they were interested, right? But so like if your offer is, like oftentimes with the health and wellness stuff, this is like really significant because there are these different products that supposedly do all these different things for people. But instead of just coming up to people and being like, okay, so do you want to look at my business? We've got a lot of really great products. No, you're approaching it wrong. What you need to be doing is right from the beginning, asking questions that will try to get the person to tell you that they have a particular problem that you can then say, oh, I have the solution for that, right? So many of you guys, I think, are making your life really, really difficult for yourself by marketing stuff that's like, it's just not clear what the problem is that it's solving, right? And it's not clear, like if you're marketing something and you just don't know who the people are who would want it, you don't know how to find those people or where they would be or who they are, you're making your life way too hard, right? Like, we want this to be easy. So honestly, if you don't know who the person is and what the problem is, right, that you're targeting, just pick a different offer. Like, I remember there was somebody who was in the group a while ago. I don't know if she's still in there. she was doing a network marketing deal, and the product was some kind of like water filtration system. And I was just like, how the heck are you going to find anyone that wants that? Like, I'm sure there are people for whom that would be useful, but like, it's just way too difficult to find them. Like, who are these people, and how would you even determine like that they need that, right? So we want to try to make this super easy. It's like, what's a big problem that people have? Well, I mean, this is why I've chosen to target the niche that I'm targeting, which is like struggling affiliate marketers who want to learn how to do Facebook, because they're super easy to find. It's like everyone, right? There's like millions of them. There's groups all over the place, and they're all struggling. So like, all I have to do is just kind of say, hello, I can help you. And they're like, yes, please, right? So a lot of it is like, people are just picking stuff. They're not thinking about this, right? They're like enrolled in some company because their friend got them into it or something. There's some deal. And it's like, they haven't thought about like, does this actually, like, who is this helping? Right? And how easy is it going to be for me to market this? You know? Like, one of these deals is like natural cleaning supplies. Like, I have no idea who you would market that to. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these network marketing companies that are like, natural dishwashing detergent. It's like non-toxic. That's the product. It's like, how are you supposed to find a person that has a burning need for natural dishwashing detergent? I have no idea. I mean, obviously, there are people in these companies that make a lot of money, right? But they're working really hard, and they're contacting like so many people, right? Basically the philosophy with that type of thing is like, well, if I just contact like 200 people a day, then maybe a couple of them will stick, and if I can really train those people up, then maybe they can duplicate. And like, yeah, you can do that and you can make a lot of money, but it's really hard. Like, you have to contact so many people. So why? Like, market something that's easy. That's what I do. Okay. But I mean, that's kind of a different topic. But the point here, guys, is like, the way that you transition from chit chat to talking about business is you have to know exactly what the problem is that you're trying to solve, so that you can just ask the person questions to find out if they have it, right? So you don't have to waste all this time like talking about the weather and like trying to form a relationship or something. That's not how this works. You want to get down to the point, see if they have the problem. If they have the problem, you can offer to let them watch a video about something that might help them, right? And most of them will say yes. Okay. Obviously, that's the first piece in the puzzle. Then you got to follow up with them. Like, there's a lot more that goes into marketing, but that's how you transition a conversation over. So the most important thing is like understanding your offer and what the problem is that it's solving. And if it's just not clear enough, if it's not obvious, like, it should be a no-brainer. I help this type of person to do this. I help people who are struggling with arthritis to feel better. Or I help people who are desperately needing to lose weight, to lose 30 pounds in 30 days. That's what I do. You should have like a little sentence like that. Like, this is the benefit that I can offer to people who have this problem. Because way too many of you guys out there, like, if you were to make that statement, it would be something like, I help people who don't have a home business to have a home business. It's like, no, that's not a problem. Like, just because if your only selling point is that your business is a business and people could do it if they wanted to, it's just not that. It's going to be very difficult. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments. If you got any questions, shoot me a message on Facebook. And of course, if you're not in the group, definitely click the link below this video and join the group. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. All right, that's it from me, guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye.